So, Pastor, I heard the scripture this week's about a vineyard owner.
Yes, it is about a vineyard owner, and it's a parable. Jesus is sharing, and as he shares his parable and they enter into this ministry, he says, listen, I have another parable for you. There was a landowner who planted a vineyard, put a fence around it, of course, dug a wine press in it, and built a watchtower. Then he leased it to tenants and went to another country. When harvest time had come, he sent his slaves to the tenants to collect his property. And then, well, the tenants, they beat a slave, stone a slave, kill another.
Oh, my.
And then he sends more people to go check out his property. They do the same. And then he's like, well, if I send my son, they're not going to do these things. But he sends his son, and they treat the son just as bad.
There you are.
Yeah.
I've been looking for you everywhere. I had the perfect. Oh, sorry,
Oh.
Jim. I did
Hi,
not
Pastor
mean
Wendy.
to introduce you. Hello. We're so glad to have you. Yes, I can talk to you about it. I just had an idea.
Hold on
for
a
video
second.
this week.
Hold on a second. We're here preparing for stewardship this week. And as we've been preparing for stewardship, we talked a little bit about this week's text. So I think you've come at a good time.
Oh, well, that's great. Yes, I thought we have the perfect game, Monopoly.
Monopoly.
Oh, well, that does go a little bit about what's happening here.
Exactly, because the landowner puts them in charge of all of these things, and it's what they do with the fruits, and that's what we're called as people of faith. So we could play Monopoly because we get put in charge of lands.
Yeah, we get. Well, but that really ties into stewardship, right?
Right.
We've been given this piece of property here at All Shepherds to care for, to watch over, and to use its fruits for the community we live in. And, you know, we do wonderful things here at All Shepherds. There's so many different partnerships that we have. We have a partnership with Healthy Congregations, the different soccer organizations,
Scouts.
Boy Scouts, Cub Scouts. On top of all that, we have a growing relationship with Sandlot in the community. And the list just goes on and on. Drama Kids. And as we think about those things, that's us sharing our fruits with other people.
Yeah, rather than keeping it all for ourselves, we need to share it. And that's exactly what we're called to do in stewardship. And that's what Jesus is challenging us in this parable to do.
Challenges us to do, and challenges us all to do as we gather for worship on Sunday. So we invite you. We invite you to All Shepherds on Sunday, and Jim will be here sharing a stewardship moment with you, and we will be looking at how these gifts we've been given are called to be used for our work in proclaiming the gospel right here in this community.
Yep. And as we're getting ready, maybe Jim can join us in our Monopoly game. And now it just won't be you and I. We'll have somebody else to play the game
Absolutely.
with.
Okay, Pastor Wendy, you know how the parable ends?
What do you mean?
The tenants take the son's life. We get pretty brutal at games. I don't think Jim wants to play with us.
But the weak is the cornerstone. Jesus says he'll be the cornerstone. So we can put him in the game.
Okay, we'll figure out if we're playing the game, but we'll definitely see you on Sunday.
See you on Sunday.